It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Ratsherrn, and it's a bottle of their Oat White IPA coming in at 6.5% ABV. There's a look at the bottle cap. German craft beer then. Thank you very, very much to the lovely sender who sent me this German craft beer. Without further ado, let's get the beer out into a glass and see what we get. Nice bit of smoke on the bottle opening. Beer in the glass then. Looks pretty good. Little bit of haze going on. 2-finger white head. Nice levels of carbonation. Yeah, it's a hazy, light, amber coloured beer. Let's get the aroma. Oh, it smells good. Really good. Ooh. Got some on my nose. But I was going to say it's a touch smoky. A little smokiness coming through. Like some of the lovely German smoked malt, maybe. Oat White IPA. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit oaty, and should we'll get into the beer a little bit, show you what it looks like without the oats in. But it's hoppy, juicy. Here we go. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, it's yeah, it's a touch smoke. Definitely smoky on the back end. That's quite a funny kind of. I use the word funny. I mean that in a really good way. It's a very different approach to an IPA. It's a little. It's weird. Use the word weird now. Funny, weird. What else am I going to use to describe this beer? It's smoky and a touch salty on the back end, but it works because up front you get this whack of hops that come at you. Yeah, it's really juicy and fruity, but in a I would say in a traditional German way. I'll have a look at the hops and stuff on the bottle in a moment. Maybe if we can show you that kind of oatiness in the beer. Let's have a look then. What do they say? IPA. It's all in German, so Ariana, Sapphire and Citra. Has Pilsner malt, Weizen malt and Haver malt. Yeah, that's interesting because yeah, that Weizen malt is giving a slight. That's given a slight fruity taste as well, with it being Weizen malt, you know, towards that kind of like slightly spicy, slightly banana-y kind of flavour on there. Carbonation pushes the beer on the inside of the mouth. It's really interesting. I think what goes on here is that 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. With the purity law in Germany, you're only really allowed to use 4 ingredients in the beer. They've called it an oat white IPA, but the malts, Pilsner malts, Weizen malt and Haver malts, they haven't actually used the word oat in here. I don't think they've actually used oats in the beer, because of course it would break the rules of the German purity law. But what they have managed to do is by using, I mean, they've made the beer naturally hazy anyway, just by making it unfiltered. What we have is a traditional German style beer, but with a nice twist to it, a bit of a new world twist, but especially with the citra hops. Yeah, it's a little bit jammy and tart-like. A very complex beer, gonna be honest, very complex. Sweet, bitter on the back end, quite a complex brew this. Gonna rate it. I like it. I like it. I like it because it's clever. It's clever. It's having to kind of, that purity load is there. It's right in front of you as a brewer, and there's not much you can kind of do with that. You have to abide by that law, and they've done their very best here to kind of produce a new world style beer from just using 4 ingredients. I like it enough to give it an 8 out of 10. It's an 8 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews, give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers!